So it is mid-June, and if I remember correctly, this is around the time that many of you are starting to get your information about your placements, your assignments for the upcoming JET program year. Or maybe you're not on the JET program and you're coming to work as a teacher in a language school or at a company. So in this video, I thought I'd talk about 5 feelings that you might be going through as you prepare to get ready to make the move to Japan. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and if you are new here or if we are meeting for the first time, my name is Kim and I'm an elementary school teacher here in Yokohama, Japan. I was an elementary school teacher back in Los Angeles where I grew up, and I came to Japan back in 1988 on the JET program, only intending to stay 1 year, and now it has been 31 years. So to all of you that have passed the rigid application and interview process and received your confirmation that you were accepted to the JET program, a huge congratulations to you. If you didn't get accepted, don't give up hope. You can always apply again. Sometimes they have standby list as well. If you are coming on the JET program, there's a lot of information that I was not so fortunate to have. Or maybe when I think about it, maybe I was fortunate not to have so much information. So remembering back to when I got accepted on JET, I remember getting my placement in Tottori Prefecture and just feeling very, very lost as to what to do next or how to get information, because I came here in 1988. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have websites. We didn't have YouTube. So it was really, really difficult to get any information other than what was sent from the prefecture or the information that was given to us by people that were on the JET program the previous year. I was accepted to JET when JET was in its 2nd year on the program. So back then, we didn't have a lot of the resources that all of you do now. I look at some of the YouTube videos and I think, wow, if I had this much information, I would have been much more prepared. Would it have changed my experience on the JET program? I don't know. I only intended to stay 1 year, and I had my head set on staying 1 year, and I never expected that I would enjoy it so much that I would want to stay again and again. And at that time when I was on JET, you could only renew for 3 years. So I thought today in this video I'd address 5 things that you might be going through, and perhaps some of the things that you can do to mentally prepare, because right now I'm sure you're going through lots of emotions. Probably the first emotion is excitement. But within the next couple of months, your life is going to literally be turned upside down. And once you get here to Japan, you're going to be on a new adventure, a new chapter of your life. And sometimes it can get overwhelming. So the first thing is being overwhelmed, okay? Maybe you're someone that has been trying to get on JET for a couple of years and you finally got accepted. Maybe you're someone that's always dreamed of coming to work in Japan. Maybe you're someone that really saw this as an opportunity to travel or perhaps get some work experience or learn more about another culture. So just on a whim, you decided to apply and got accepted. You've got a few months, a couple of months to get your life in your home country all in order before packing up and coming to Japan to start your new life. And for some of you, maybe this is the first time you're actually going to be getting work experience, or it's the first step in your career, whether it be a teaching career, a career having to do with Japan, or maybe you got a letter telling you all the things that you need to bring or prepare or do, and you're just getting overwhelmed. Take a deep breath and relax. Seriously, there's so many things that I'm sure go into your head, but I would say replace those feelings of anxiousness and nervousness with being proud that you made it onto this program. You know, I do know people that I feel would have been perfect for the JET program. It's easy to second guess yourself, or it's easy to feel a little bit depressed or wonder why you didn't get accepted. That's something only the people that do the hiring can tell you, but let me just say that there's all different reasons why you may or may not have been hired. Don't be hard on yourself. Use the experience as a positive. The second thing I'd like to address is information overload. Now, this kind of goes back to when I was accepted and not having anything except the encyclopedia, whatever was written in travel books, and basically that was all I had. I got a letter from the prefectural, I guess he was like the prefectural leader that was on the JET program the first year that it started, and he had written everybody that was coming into our prefecture a letter explaining about what we were going to do and the different areas. Now, I was placed in Tottori Prefecture. I was one of 5 brand new JETs that were coming into that prefecture, and we only had 9 in the entire prefecture. Since then, it is gotten way more, but at that time when it was new, we had just a few people there, and so getting any kind of information was really difficult. I had a very little clue about what was going to happen, what my job was going to entail, and I was basically going in blind. So after we got accepted, we also got a videotape. Yes, one of those big VCR tapes, and it told us about the prefecture and kind of introduced us to the festivals, the cultural aspects of Japan, and just a few areas in the prefecture we were going to. Now you guys have so much access to information. You can search on YouTube. You can use social media, go on Periscope, go to Instagram, find broadcasters that post about life in Japan. You can actually even contact your schools and your colleagues by Skype and FaceTime, and those are all things that we couldn't do. Do I recommend it? Yes and no. Because I feel like sometimes when you go, or when you do look up information, sometimes maybe you might get too much information, and it might influence the way you come to Japan. If you get reactions about the area you're assigned to, will it influence your decision to go there, or will it give you a predetermined feeling about that place? So number 3, I feel like it's kind of a tricky area. It's just something that over the years that I've been involved with JET, something I see happen every single year, and I feel like I wish somebody would tell everybody, no, you don't have to do this. It is feeling the pressure, feeling the pressure to commit to things or buy things before you come to Japan. Now, some things you'll want to do as early as possible, or maybe in your mind you want to get things set up as quickly as you can. So let me just give you kind of a brief example of what I'm talking about, and then how this could affect you either positively or negatively. So what happens is when JETs, and not only JET participants, but also other private language school teachers or other people that are living in the area that you're assigned to, what happens when they're leaving is, because most of the people that are leaving are going back to their home countries or to another country, there's a lot of stuff that they cannot take. And rather than let it go to waste, they want to sell it or pass it down to their successor. I have bad memories in 2 instances, and it has nothing to do with my predecessor, because I think a lot of times your predecessor or your prefecture or the other members, jet members in your area, have their hearts in the right place. Most people think they want to help you out, and so they'll ask you, hey, I've got these extra plates, I've got some cutlery for you, I've got an oven, I've got this, I've got that, I've got beds, electronics and all that, and I will sell you everything for X amount of dollars. So the way we could do the exchange is you could put the money in my account, or send it to me via cash, or whatever the arrangement. Okay? Or they'll say, hey, I'm selling this. I only used it for a year. It's still in great working condition. I paid this much for it. I will sell it to you for this much. It's a lot cheaper than going elsewhere to buy it. What do you think? Or number 3, would you like a car? Because I've got a car. It's in great shape. I paid X amount of dollars, and I will make arrangements, and you can buy the car for this amount of dollars. And when you're getting ready to come to Japan, the frame of mind you have is, oh wow, that sounds great. Hey, yeah, I'd love a car. Oh my gosh, yes, I'd love a bicycle. Oh great, I don't have to buy this furniture. Wonderful, I'll take it. And then on the flip side, you've got these people that are desperate to sell the items, because if they don't sell it, they've got to find a way to get rid of it, because otherwise they won't be able to check out of their apartment. Or maybe they're pressed for money because, as you guys know, moving or going to another country, or just going to the next chapter of your life, you want to have as much cash with you as you can, so you want to sell as much of your stuff as you can. Okay, so it's really, really a tricky deal. Now with Skype and FaceTime, I think you can probably establish a better relationship with whoever it is that you're buying whatever stuff you're buying. You can probably make better deals, get to know the person a little bit better, find out a little bit more information before committing to buy anything. Okay, the fourth thing that I'll talk about is just the time pressure and the time constraints that are going to happen to you within the next couple of months. What I would suggest, even if you're not a planner or an organizer, or if you're not used to schedule making, is get yourself some kind of planner or calendar and start making your schedules, and give yourself enough time to take care of all the things that you're going to need to. We're talking appointments, medical appointments, eye appointments, dentists, whatever you need to do. If you have medication that you need to bring with you to Japan, do your research to see how much medication you're going to be allowed to take over with you, or what resources you have available in Japan to get whatever medication you need. That includes birth control, that includes allergy stuff, whatever. Get all that done. Leave yourself enough time. Closing leases, you're going to be, if you're living in an apartment now, you're going to have to make sure that you close out whatever leases. If you're going to close out your bank, whatever, all those kind of things, give yourself enough time. If you have tax stuff that you have to get in order, do as much as you can ahead of time. If you do intend to drive here in Japan, make sure you have your licenses in order. Just a word, it's different for every country. So check and see if your license is going to be okay for you to drive in Japan. If not, do you need an international license? Mind you, international driving licenses are only good for a year, and I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that you cannot buy a car with just an international license. So all these things you want to just check out and make sure you have. Do allow yourself plenty of time during the next couple of months to take care of your business stuff, as well as your pleasure stuff. So the fifth and final feeling that you might be experiencing is second guessing yourself and wondering, what am I doing? Did I make the right decision? And you know, I think sometimes it's hard, especially if you see something on the news and you start thinking, uh-oh, what happens if? One example is you hear about an earthquake or a natural disaster, or you see something on the news and it's in the prefecture that you're going to, or you see a YouTube video and you listen to somebody's negative experience. You worry about being harassed. You worry about negative feelings. You worry about discrimination, whatever it is. And then you question yourself and think, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this is right for me. So the way I see it is this. I think it is 100% natural and okay to second guess yourself and have anxieties and worry about being apart from your loved ones, going someplace on your own that you've never been to, having to work in a country whose culture may be totally different from your own. Even if you're someone like me that is of Japanese descent but didn't grow up in Japan. Maybe you're at a time in your life where you worry about making friends, getting married, missing out on what's happening with your friends and family back home. Maybe you're worried about the food and whether or not you're going to be able to survive on a totally different diet than you might be eating at home. I think all of those anxieties are natural. And if you do seriously feel like it's not the right time, or it's just not what you expected, even if it's like the day of when you leave, it's okay to say, you know what, I'm not ready, and pull out. I would say just come with an open mind and an adventurous spirit, and know that there's a lot of us that have went through a lot of the feelings that you're going to be going through, and we're here for you. so yeah, I'll be here and so will your other fellow Jets that are in your area, people that have come before you, and there are a lot of us here in Japan, and we're here for you. If you have a question, or if you have something that you'd like me to address or talk about, please feel free to leave it in the comments. One of the reasons why I started this Teaching in Japan series is because there are two things I'm passionate about, and that's teaching and living in Japan. So if you are interested in these areas, or if you are coming here on jet, or if you're interested in coming to work in Japan, or you're thinking about it but you're not quite sure how to go about it, please consider subscribing, and I'll try to address whatever questions or concerns or thoughts you might have if you send me a message or leave a comment below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. With global communication being such a big focus now in Japan, and with children learning English from as young as preschool, and now having it being offered in the elementary school as a mandatory subject, there is just a lot of opportunity, and the students need you. We are excited that you are going to become a part of the Teaching in Japan community. Don't worry. This is going to be an opportunity for you to grow, learn, and have many, many wonderful experiences. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks again for stopping by, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye now.